Hello, welcome. This is going to be my introduction series into JavaScript. So what is JavaScript? It is a scripting language, which is a type of programming language. It is most well known for its use with web pages. Now, all major browsers support it and have their own dedicated engine to execute JavaScript code. It allows us to modify the behavior of the web page, and it can also be used outside of a browser environment with something such as Node.js, which I'll touch on in the future. Now, JavaScript is one of the core technologies of the World Wide Web, alongside HTML and CSS. And JavaScript adheres to what's called an Ecmascript standard. So this is a standardization that has been detailed out by this organization called ECMA. And JavaScript follows that standardization. So you'll sometimes hear people refer to JavaScript incorrectly as Ecmascript, when in fact it simply conforms to the Ecmascript standard. Although not mandatory, it does help to have a fundamental understanding of HTML. I'll leave a link for my HTML for Beginners series in the top left or down in the description below. And as for text editors, I like to use Visual Studio Code, but feel free to use whatever text editor suits your needs or meets your preference. Now, creating a JavaScript file is very easy. It's simply giving a file the extension .js. So I've got our project folder here. Now I'm going to create a file and call it intro.js and save that. And it's as simple as that. So this is a valid JavaScript file. Now you can do this anywhere on your computer as long as it's got an extension .js. It is a valid JavaScript file. So I've got this in the same folder as the HTML file here, the intro.html. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to add this intro.js file into our HTML file. We're going to use a script HTML element, and we're going to use the attribute src for source, and we're going to use what's called relative pathing. So since the HTML file and the JavaScript file are in the same folder, we can reference the JavaScript file by starting with the / to indicate the same folder, and then intro.js for the file. And it's as simple as that. Alright, in the next video, I'll be going through the basics of JavaScript. Alright, I'll see you there.